Okay, so we're gonna get started. I actually had a really great presentation and I cannot find it on my computer. So I'm just gonna wing it, and I'm sitting here on my bathroom floor because it's the only place I can get away from my kids. And I've got two locked doors in between us. I think we're safe, but this is proof that you literally do not have to have your act together to be a good coach. You don't have to have a fancy desk, work, fancy equipment. You can really just do it from wherever. And so I want to just kind of a little introduction to myself, and then I'm going to pass it off to Kate and have her introduce herself, and we're just going to kind of go through a lot of the questions that we get asked, a lot of what we do, kind of answering hopefully some of the big fears or misconceptions, and kind of helping you decide if this could be a good fit for you. I know that when I was starting thinking about coaching a long time ago, I had this tug on my heart for a while, but was really, really scared to go for it because for whatever reason, we just are worried about what people will think or if we'll fail, and it's just kind of a funny thing. So I know that getting all the info is super important, and I would just encourage you to listen with an open heart. I know that we're looking for a very specific type of person to join our team, and so if as we're describing this, it sounds like you, we would love to chat with you more. But for those of you who don't know me, my name's Abby, and I've been coaching for 4 years now. I just hit 4 years, which is insane. I started as probably like some of you guys as a challenger. I did the 21-day fix on repeat for probably 3 or 4 rounds. A random girl had reached out to me in a mom's group after I had my son. And I was really ready to lose the baby weight. I had to go back to work full time when he was 6 weeks old, and it was just really a crazy season. And so I loved it. It worked really well. And I had no idea that there was this whole other side called coaching that she just set me up, and I didn't really participate in much. But after a couple rounds of doing it, she sort of kind of went away, and I was just kept going on the program. And I remember thinking one day, I didn't really use Instagram for myself because I never posted on social media, guys, and we'll talk about that. The selfies, not my thing. But I remember thinking, people post food on Instagram, and I bet I could find some good healthy recipes there. So I searched hashtag 21-day fix meals or something like that, and my coach popped up. I creeped on her profile for 3 months, no joke, without ever liking or commenting on a single post because I'm just that stalker girl. But I was super intrigued with how she was doing the same workouts that I was doing, how she was sharing her life, how she was talking about how she was a mom and a wife, but also had this thing that was hers that filled her cup, that allowed them some financial freedom, that she got to take her family on these vacations. And it was just really intriguing to me. So I sat and watched her, like I said, for months. I just kind of did my own research, doing Google and YouTube searches and all of that. And so after that, I signed up. As a coach, I did my very first coach coming out post where I talked about the business at midnight my time because I didn't want anyone to see, and I cried because I was so scared. But I remember just thinking, gosh, if I could help one other mom, one other wife, one other woman feel good and find a system that's so simple and easy and doable, that would be amazing. And then because we were on a really tight budget at the time, if I could just have a little bit of extra money to put towards our groceries or daycare, that would be amazing. And in the back of my mind, I was too scared to say it out loud, was the thought like, wow, if this could ever become something bigger where maybe I could quit my job and come home. I loved my career in higher education, absolutely loved it, but it was taking a toll on my kids. That kind of was this background thought. And after 2.5 years of showing up every day with consistency, doing exactly what we're going to talk to you guys about tonight, I was able to match my salary, quit my job, and come home with my kids. And so now 4 years in, I get to, again, mentor other women and help them do the same. So that's a little bit about me and just the background, and we'll kind of dive into all of exactly what that looks like tonight. And Kate's going to kick us off with kind of talking a little bit about her story and what coaches actually do. So I'll let you take it away.
So strange. All of my controls went away for some reason. Well, hi, everyone. I am Kate Honig, and I have been a coach for just about 8 months now. I started coaching at the end of November, and it wasn't an instant, oh, yes, I'm going to do coaching for me, just like Abby. Abby is actually my coach. And so what happened was I started connecting with her on Instagram, and then we were talking, and I started seeing her posts about how she had left her job in higher education to stay home with her kids. And I will tell you that I am a full-time first grade teacher, and I love teaching, but I love my daughter more, and I would love to be able to stay home with her full time and watch her grow and teach her how to do things. So that's my goal. And so I think Abby and I went back and forth for about 7 months before I finally had gathered enough info and believed in myself enough to take the leap. So since then, I kind of hit the ground running because I had such a big, lofty goal. I decided I was going to go all in for it. So I used the resources, which I'm going to talk to you about in a little bit. And I did all of these things, which it might sound overwhelming today, but I can promise you that we have such a straightforward plan that you can do it. If you put your mind to it, you can do it. So anyways, what does a coach do? So I have a little graphic for you just because my teacher side came out today and I made something. So hold on, I'm going to share my screen quickly. Okay, so here is the graphic that I made to just talk about the three main things that we do as coaches. So the first thing we do is share our story, share our journey. So we are all in this because we started it for ourselves. So yes, I want to stay home with Margot, but the other thing was I was walking around kind of like a zombie of a mom body with no extra energy. I was going through the daily routine and not setting a very good example for Margot with my nutrition or my fitness. So I decided I needed to make a change with that too. And that's finally what led me to jumping in with Abby, led me to making that change because it was right before Thanksgiving and I was like, enough is enough. I felt like just not myself anymore. I needed something for me. So sharing my journey, the first thing I did was decided that I was going to make a post about why I was doing it all. What is your why? My why was staying home with Margot. My why was getting back in shape and becoming, a better version of myself, a version I knew was out there and I could get to. So people relate to that. There are so many moms and women and other people out there who are sitting in the exact same shoes that you might be right now too, thinking, well, what if there's more? What if I could, be more active or, do something, but I just don't know how. I don't know where to go for that. I'm not a gym person. I don't like leaving my house to go to the gym. It's just too much for me. I don't know what to do. So by sharing your journey and sharing what you have through coaching, and what opportunity it leads you with having the in-home fitness and having shakes that change your whole nutritional composition, boost your nutrition, they change your body. I mean, that information is invaluable and people will start to pay attention. So by sharing your journey, you're already hitting the ground running with, getting that ball rolling for somebody else, which leads to the next part that we do for coaching, which is help change lives. And we do that by motivating. We do that by giving people the right tools that they need, which are tools that you might or might not already have if you're in a challenge group already, which I know a lot of you probably are and will be. So by using those challenge groups to show people that they can make a new habit and make this a lifestyle without it being so overwhelming and difficult, while having someone in their corner, which I think is for most people the biggest thing because they might not have a spouse that's super supportive or friends that are pushing them along to be really healthy and active. So having you as that person that's helping to push them is a really big thing. So helping to change people's lives through challenge groups and through just mentorship is a huge part of what we do as a coach. It's actually my favorite part of what we do. And then the final part of what we do as coaches is build our team. So we are all part on this call of the Abby's team actually called the Pineapple Empire, which she has built from the ground. And it is a really awesome team. We are just a group. I don't mean to say I'm super awesome, but I'll say Abby's super awesome because she has recruited a whole bunch of women who are just willing to help others while they help themselves and just share with everyone. So I can tell you from the moment I joined in November, I have felt completely welcome. I've known these people who live on the other side of the country my entire life, and it is just so amazing to be part of something like that. to know that you have 70 other women in your corner at all times. I mean, that's how many people Abby has on her team right now. It is incredible. So building your team is part of all of this. So I am part of Abby's team, but then I also have my own team that I have coaches that work under me who help to do these same things that I've listed out for you. They help share their journey, they help change lives, and this all helps our entire team as a whole. It's just this ripple effect that is so amazingly beautiful and is just helping to change so many lives that it's hard to explain how amazingly powerful it is. But building your team while being part of another bigger, larger team is really empowering. So I don't want to get too far into it all because it can get kind of complicated, but I assure you that it is amazing. And building your team is, again, just extending those invitations of this changed my life. It can change yours too if you're willing to do it and put in the work and watch it change your life. So, and then of course at the bottom I just had lead by example, because that's what we do. All of this comes from us living our lives the way that we are trying to share with everyone else. We love what we do. We love how these things have changed our lives, and we know what they can do. So we kind of have this overwhelming urge to share it with other people because it's just too good to keep to yourself. So that's what we do as coaches. If you have questions, please feel free to put them in the chat or unmute. Kyla, I don't know if you have any questions so far, but feel free to unmute and ask them at any time. Just stop me, because otherwise, I'll just talk all night.
So I'm going to jump in, and then she'll come in and talk about some training and stuff in a bit here, but I want to talk about two fun topics. The first one is kind of the fun stuff, like the perks, the income, like the trips, all that. And the second one is really breaking down just like the fears and misconceptions, because I feel like for me, that was the biggest thing holding me back. So, I mean, when I did find my little PowerPoint, I was looking for it while she was talking. So let me just share it with you guys here really quick. So it's a whole one, but the benefits of coaching, there's a whole bunch of them. And what I love about this business is that you can really make it what you want. Like Kate was referring to, like we have this whole tribe of women that, like, I know that for me, when I came home to with my kids who I adore, just having like other women to talk to all day is a lifesaver. Like having a role outside of just motherhood that you can really thrive in, for me, is amazing. But you can make it whatever you want. If you want to run to the top and make it a full-blown career, you can. If you're like, I really just want to help a couple people every month and just have some more friends and get a discount and have accountability, you can do that too. Like there's literally room for everybody, and we have the whole gamut on our team. And our whole philosophy behind it is we will run with the willing, we will walk with the willing, like we'll meet you wherever you're at, and there's perks and benefits that can come for all of it. So the very first one is we do have there is the income piece. You get a 25% discount on everything that you get. You also get a 25% commission on everything that's purchased from a link that you buy. So I'll break that down more in a second here. We have our team, like Kate keeps mentioning, like this amazing group of women who all really have a heart for health and fitness and helping others, but they have different avenues that they do it. Kate is a teacher. She has this whole side of her. I have women on our team who really struggle with like anxiety or depression or mental health, and they have a huge heart for how fitness and wellness can help with that. We have married gals, we have single gals, we have a girl on our team who started as a coach her first week into 80-day obsession with more than 50 pounds to lose. She's gone on to lose 30 pounds since becoming a coach and shared that transformation with people along the way. So there really is it's not a one-size-fits-all kind of a thing. There's room for everybody, and that is the beauty of the diversity of it. We have amazing training and development, and you'll hear more about that. We have success trips. So by helping 3 people a month, every month for a year as a coach, that's kind of your bare minimum. We don't have any necessarily like requirements as a coach, but if you're serious about building a business, that's kind of your benchmark. It's just connecting with 3 new people a month. And if you do that, you get to earn a free trip for your family. So I got to take my little crew on all expenses paid cruise on the world's largest cruise ship to the Caribbean this last year. My kids had the most fun. We got to swim with dolphins, and my son is obsessed with cruise ships now. It was so special to be able to do that and have him. It clicked for him this year that we went because Mommy worked hard. He was like, Mom, everyone has the same hat you do. And I was like, yeah, buddy, because they all do my job. And he's like, really? Like, you did see it. And it was like, oh my gosh. There's recognition if you are at all competitive or driven. It's really fun. Beachbody does an amazing job just recognizing your hard work through prizes and shout outs. We have our annual leadership conference that Kate and I will both be at in July, which you guys can come to. And it's in Indianapolis, and the whole city will basically be taken over, and we'll see our names everywhere, and it's just kind of fun. And then there's really cool goals as well that you work together as a team to hit monthly, quarterly, and yearly goals that, again, have kind of pieces of recognition built into them. So there's a lot, and there's a lot of other things aside from just like the things on paper that you can't put into words. And I think Kate would agree with me, but I know for myself, coaching has given me a purpose and a passion that it's allowed me to dream bigger. And it sounds kind of corny, and it sounds a little bit cliche, but I think we kind of go through the motions of like graduating high school, you go to college, you have a family, you work your job, and at some point in there, I kind of forgot to dream big, or forgot that it was even possible to do other things. And as a coach, that really has grown. I've had bigger dreams for my family, bigger dreams of impact that we can make, bigger dreams of helping people, and it's really exciting to see it start to happen. It's also grown me hugely in my confidence. People don't believe me when I say I'm a huge introvert. I'm really shy. I had so many doubts. Putting myself out there on social media was huge for me. That was really hard at first. And the personal development that we do, it's one of the vital behaviors that we work on, is first and foremost taking care of ourselves, not only physically and with nutrition, but also with our mindset work. And being forced every day in a good way to develop that has been huge. And seeing the resilience that's developed in me, seeing how it strengthened my marriage, my communication, my mom life, like all of those things are intangibles, but it really stemmed directly from the work that has happened the last 4 years. So the person that you see today is the product of 4 years of this. I was not who I am today 4 years ago, and it changed me for the better. So that's been hugely, hugely fun. You can, let me just scroll down here. So I want to talk a little bit about income, and then I'll dive into FAQs before we wrap up and Kate talks about training. But to keep it really simple, there's basically a limitless opportunity with coaching. And it's one of those things that there's kind of different tiers. There's sort of two sides to it. There's a commission-based side that comes from what you sell, and there's a bonus-based side that comes from as your team starts to grow. You can tap into both, or you can tap into just one. It's kind of up to you. But our goal as your mentor coaches is to give you all the training, all the resources that you need to run to the top if you want to. And it's your choice on how you utilize those. The beauty of coaching is that you are not required to stock inventory. I have friends who've done like Mary Kay and all that, and they have like gadgets full of makeup and stuff they have to purchase. And as a coach, you're only purchasing the stuff that you already use, and you get a discount on it. So that's really nice, first of all, is you're not committing to this massive investment. I have friends who did LuLaRoe, and I think they were out $7,000 getting that started up. So as a coach, it's the cost of your product, your challenge pack. So you really have zero loss. Then you get a 25% commission on anything that's purchased from you. And those come through challenge pack sales. Probably a lot of you have gotten those before, so you're signing up with your on-demand or Shakeology, but also other products. We have a lot of other things that get carried in that you can use to help customers, help people. We have beach bars, we have a kids shake that my kids love. We've got Energize, which is like the lifesaver if you're a tired mom, all sorts of stuff. So you get all of those things. Then what happens is you move into the bonus side. And basically, to break it down really, really simply, is really where kind of the roof gets blown off of this thing. And it's where Beachbody starts giving you extra incentive, extra bonuses, as you start to link arms with other women or men and help them do the same thing and have that ripple effect like Kate was talking about. And so that starts to come in where Beachbody says, hey, you know, Kate is really mentoring her team while they're having success. We're going to reward her. And so what I love about that, to make it very simple, is that those of us who you would partner with we have an incredibly vested interest in making sure that you have success. We're not just going to sign you up as a coach and ditch you. We're going to make sure that you have everything that you need to be as successful as you want, because it does help us and it helps you, and we grow together. And so with all of those bonuses, the very first kind of level that people start out with, which is called Diamond Coach, that's really your first big rank advancement. They are, well, actually, I'll back that. If you're just purely a commissions-based coach, if you are only doing commissions, you're not building a team, you're not really sharing about the opportunity, the average income that you can expect to make on average is about $2,000 a year, which is awesome. That's like a tax return. I get really excited when we get our tax returns back. So that's kind of what you're looking at. But once you start going into these other areas of these bonuses, and again, it's linking arms with other people that are like-minded, and we help you learn how to find them. Oftentimes, they're the people that you're helping in your challenge groups already because you are seeing the changes for yourself. That's where it really starts to grow. So the very first couple ranks that you hit, the average income starts to get close to $50,000, then it jumps up to $100,000 a year, and it's very realistic to make six figures and above after 4 or 5 years of doing this business consistently. There are people who have hit those numbers a lot sooner. I think it's very important to understand with something like this that it takes time to develop and it takes time to grow. And a lot of people will quit the first 6 months because they're like, I don't see massive growth. My very first paycheck was $50 and I was so ecstatic. I made $90 my first month as a coach, and I was thrilled because for us at the time, $90 extra that came out of something was huge in our budget. And gradually it grew. I remember the next month I made $400, and the month after that I made $1,000, and it was all of a sudden like, oh my goodness, this compound effect is really happening. So it's not the company that's going to reward you with a Mercedes your first week in and they front load everything. It really is as you grow and as you develop as a leader, these things start to get unlocked. And so we're here to help you do that. And you can see on there on the pick your path things, there's really kind of all of the above. There's people who want to be a full-time coach or are working to be full-time coaches. There's people who just want to earn a couple $100 extra bucks a week. And there's not a right or a wrong, it's one size fits all. I actually started, when I signed up in my mind, I'm like, I'm going to be a little hobby coach, just kind of part-time, want to make a couple $100 a week. And like a week into my new coach training, I'm like, no, I'm going all in. I want this thing too bad. So you don't have to decide, but I think it's important to know that there's no pressure to choose one or the other, but also it's important to know that there is this amazing opportunity out there for you if you want it. So it's really, really cool. And then kind of thinking through what makes you successful and let's talk like common fears. So these, like on this How to Create a Business by Design, guys, this is the key to success. This is literally the secret sauce. So what I do, there's no secret. This is it right here. It's showing up. It's being consistent. It's showing that the products that we use work, committing to a workout program, getting results, staying consistent, being passionate about it. Everybody is so scared of being salesy and spammy. And I will tell you, I have never once felt like I'm a spammy person because I genuinely have gotten results, love the products, and share it in a way that's authentic and adds value. And that's what we teach you to do, is to not just go spam message people. It's not to just post Shakeology all over your Instagram feed. That's obnoxious. Nobody wants to do that. But it's to share your journey with passion and authenticity, and that is what connects with people. Never giving up, being willing to learn, knowing your why, and being willing to share it are all the keys to success. And the things that oftentimes people come and say, well, I couldn't do this because, or feel judgment on, or usually fall into a handful of things. And so let me know if this resonates with you, but usually I don't know enough people, or I'm from too small of a town, or I don't have a social media following. I don't do social media, and I'm scared to post. I'll minimize this here. I am shy or nervous. It's a pyramid scheme, and I don't want to be spammy and sell to my family and friends, and we don't have time. Those were all my fears, so I just want to break them down for you really, really quickly. The first couple kind of go together, and it would be like the fear of posting, social media, kind of sharing all of that. You can learn anything. You can, and we're going to teach you what apps to use, how to take pretty pictures, we'll teach you all of that. You can learn it. It's not that hard, and you're already honestly probably spending 20 minutes a day on social media, so you might as well get paid to do it, and you might as well use it as an avenue to bring light to the world and to really share some good. Social media has a bad rap for a valid reason, but I view it as, gosh, we all want to make a difference. As little kids, we all wanted to matter. We all wanted to impact lives. And how cool is it to have a little corner of the internet that is yours that you can do that on? And it's not just giving Beachbody, it's sharing your faith, it's sharing the things you're passionate about, sharing good and funny and all of that. So social media does not have to be scary, and we're going to teach you how to utilize it in a way that's not spammy. Your life does not have to be exciting, guys. I'm sitting on my bathroom floor doing a call for you. It's not exciting. I worked full time for 4 years. Kate works full time. Like, I was like, I go to my office. Here's what I ate for lunch. I'm picking up my son from daycare. Like, I'm not just tracing the world on exotic influencer vacation, but people like the real. They relate to the real life, the pile of laundry that's on my bed that I haven't folded yet. Like, people connect with that, and they connect with your story. So don't minimize yourself. You have something of value to offer people, and you're going to be able to reach people that nobody else could, that I can't, that Kate can't, you can. And so that is something that you just need to stop selling yourself short there and just get over yourself. If you're worried that you don't have time, here's the deal. We have an awesome tracker. I should have brought it in to show you. You run your business in literally, Kate has it, in 60 to 90 minutes a day. That's it. And you have check boxes to keep you on track to tell you exactly what to do and how much time to spend on every activity. And as a full-time working mom, and Kate can back me up on this, I work my business in little pockets of time. I get up a little bit earlier. I go to bed a little bit later. I utilize a nap time on the weekend. But it took the place for me of Pinterest scrolling, of Netflixing, or taking a nap, because I had a vision of what I wanted for my family, and it was worth it. And I can guarantee you can find the time for something if it matters that much to you. And I will tell you honestly, of 4 years in this, the people that I've seen be the most successful as coaches are some of the busiest, because you're not lazy. You have drive, you have passion, and you know how to fit stuff in and maximize it. And so I don't want you, I would love to spend 8 hours a day on this business. I love it, but I don't. I'm a mom, I'm busy, I spend an hour or two. When I was first starting out as a coach, it was honestly sometimes 30 minutes certain days. And so we don't want you spending hours. We want you using the hour that you have super efficiently and effectively. And that will do so much more good than just sitting and scrolling in bed for hours at a time. So you do have time. We're going to teach you how to utilize it. You're not going to be spammy. You have a story that matters. And the last one is, it's not a pyramid scheme. I had to actually Google what a pyramid scheme was when I started, because I didn't think it was. And my husband is a finance guy. So before I signed up, I had him look at all the FAQs, and he's like, oh, this is amazing. But for those of you who are like, you're going to have friends who say that, it's not. Pyramid schemes are illegal, number one. Number two, there's no actual exchange of goods and services. There's no product being sold. We actually have products. I can go get them all from my kitchen and bring them in here for you. The third one is that in a pyramid scheme, you can never, ever, ever surpass in rank or volume or income the person who signed you up. That is not the case with Beachbody. It is in a structure in the sense that, like, you have an upline coach, but we are not making money off of you. You could pass me. Kate can make more than I do in any given month. It's not a pyramid scheme in terms of tiers like that. It's just set up that we're your mentors, and so you kind of get scooped into us. But every business is set up that way. You have CEOs, then you have the secretaries. Like, it's all in that thing. So honestly, people who say it's a pyramid scheme truly just don't know exactly what they're talking about. Multi-level marketing basically takes out the middleman. So instead of selling Shakeology or Beachbody on Demand at GNC or through Amazon, we get to do it directly, and that's how it is. So it's actually a pretty cool opportunity. I think I covered all of those. Sorry, that was a lot of Abby talking. So I'm going to turn it over to Kate before we wrap it up, and she's going to talk about training, and we can go from there.
All right, so training. When I first started coaching, that was one of the things that I was hesitant about. That was one of my fears, was that I didn't know what to do. So I wanted to do this. Sorry. I wanted to do this thing, and I was really excited about it, but I had absolutely no idea where to start. And so the best part about it was I didn't have to worry about where to start, because our team has one of the best trainings in the entire network, I think. I truly believe, because of Abby's background in her higher education with recruiting and, all of that, I really believe that she has created one of the best trainings for us. So I'm going to share my screen with you and show you a little bit about it, because it is amazing. So, goodness gracious. Here it is. Okay, so when you get signed up as a coach and you decide that you're going to work your business, you will get enrolled in our new coach mentorship university training. And it is awesome. It breaks down everything for you. So mine is completed, so it looks a little bit different than yours will on your first day. But it is designed to take place over a course of 14 days. So you don't have to do it in 14 days. You can absolutely stretch it out and do it at your own pace. If you're working full time, I mean, you have a life, so we get that. But you can do it in 14 days. It is completely doable. So under here, it'll give you your welcome, and just to show you a little bit about the things that we cover in the New Coach University, because these are all of the things that people are like, well, I don't know how to do that. Well, here is how you're going to learn how to do it, because all of these resources are here. So posting to social media, number one fear that I hear from coaches that sign up. Here is all of the amazingness that comes. So it takes you through everything. And then we have looked up videos and resources to share with you in different words than we can use, how to do it all. So you have all of these resources at your fingertips when you become a coach. It takes you through everything. It takes you through posting and then how to come out as a coach. It takes you handling those objections that we all get all the time. So don't be scared of those, because they're gonna happen. It's just a part of what we do. People aren't ready. They say no for a long time, and then sometimes they come around after 4 years. Abby says she just had someone that she's talked to for 4 years finally sign up with her this week, which is amazing. But it shows you how sometimes people just aren't ready when we approach them at first. And so using all of these tools and strategies that we have as a team will really help catapult your business into the direction that you want it to. It's really all about what you want out of your business and how much you're willing to put in to get out, if that makes sense. So also using this tracker that Abby was talking about before is just incredible. I mean, it has everything that we need to do to create a successful business using all of those things in the coaching university on a daily basis. And that's just, it's simple, even though it might sound really overwhelming and confusing right now. That's okay. It was for me too. But I assure you that it is doable, and you can absolutely do it with all of the resources that our team offers. Is there anything else you want to add to that, Abby?
No, I think that was perfect. So yeah, I mean, hopefully that this helps you guys kind of just see that we have all the resources. And for those of you who just jumped on, I will definitely share the recording with you. But before we go, I just want to kind of tell you guys like the sign up process, like what the next steps would be and what to expect. So hopefully you can see there's so many different options, so many different perks. You can really make this work if you're busy, if you're a mom, if you're working, like all the things. And it's really just at the end of the day, sharing your story, helping others, and then wash, rinse, and repeat that, and spreading that ripple effect. And that's what I love about this business. Like, there is not a day that goes by where I don't wake up excited to do my job, where I don't wake up inspired. And I will tell you guys, because I think it's important to know who we're looking for on our team and kind of what that impact is. I walked through, for those of you guys who follow me on social media, like this last year has been super hard personally. And being able to share like that miscarriage story and recovery have made so many connections outside of coaching, where I had a girl reach out to me and ask me what Bible I was using because she's trying to go to church and rekindle her walk with God. And I had another lady reach out to me this week and ask me for prayer because she was going through a really similar circumstance. Like, that is heavy, really deep, exciting work that gives you goosebumps, because you're making a bigger impact even than just helping someone with their health and fitness. But when I think about health and fitness, and I did a post about this recently, but there's so many times where people are like, well, I don't want to take a bikini selfie, or I just don't want it to be about my abs, or I'm a mom and I have stretch marks and I'll never look about that thing. I don't have a beach body. That is not what this is about. This is about using your health, your fitness to make an impact. It's about showing people that it's doable. And I can think back to the very first like big challenge or success story that I had, where one of my friends had a baby about the same time I did, and she texted me that she was able to put her wedding ring on for the first time in 3 years, because she had finally learned how to eat and get control of things. And she texted me like saying like, I'm in tears. And I know as a wife what kind of impact that would have on me as a mom. For me, being able to set the example, like Kate mentioned, for my kids of healthy eating, of nutrition, of not that my legs look amazing, because they don't, but not thinking twice about what I'm getting dressed in to go to the park with them, or knowing that I'm not going to pass on body image issues to my daughter. Like, that's my personal life, but being able to take that and project that publicly honestly keeps me accountable for it. I used to suck at meal planning, was the worst, hated it. And when I became a coach, I still hated it, but all of a sudden I was sharing my meal plans for the week with my challengers, and it made me level up. And so for me, I have gotten my best results in my fitness, my best results in my nutrition, personally, just selfishly, because I am a coach, because it holds me that much level of accountability. So the people that we're looking for to join our team, the girls that we want, are not bikini model. You can be, but like, I don't care if you have a six pack. I don't care if you have a social media following. I don't care if you feel like you're going to rock this thing. What we want are women who have passion, who care about others, who want to make a difference, who are glass half full kind of people, who are willing to play the long game and aren't just like, oh, I want 2 weeks of success or I'm quitting, but have kind of a vision for their family and their life and know where they're headed. And most of all, want to make an impact while making an income. We don't want you making an income if you're not impacting lives. We want you first and foremost to be doing that. And it's the mission. We have a mission as a team. It's not just like we're signing everybody up and getting you in shape. It's like, no, we have a vision and a purpose of where we're headed. And if that sounds like something you want to partner with, like, we want you on our team, whether you want to be the top coach or whether you just want to be a part of it and cheer us on. Like, that's what we're looking for. And so kind of the next steps for you is, well, moving that picture around, is how to get started, which is, there's a couple different options. So some of you might fall into these different categories, but you can either start if you've been a customer before, or maybe you're already signed up as a discount coach, then you're just set. But if you've been a customer before, you can actually just sign up for $40 and then get that reimbursed to you and jump on, and it waives your $40 coaching sign-up fee. Or you can do this if you've been a customer before also. You can purchase a challenge pack, which is kind of a bundled discounted. It's the best bang for your buck, hands down. So you get your year of on demand, you get a try Shakeology or the performance line. There's a few other options there. We're actually launching this amazing new program July 1st, Morning Meltdown 100. So excited for it. So there'll be a bunch of challenge packs with that. So you can kind of just enroll that way. If you are in the military, or your spouse is in the military, or you're in the reserves or active duty or a vet, you actually get the business service fee waived. So that's the only thing that we pay as a coach. It's a $16.95 a month business service fee that covers all of our tech support and back office stuff, and like 24/7, all the resources, which there's a ton in there. And even if you're just doing coaching for only the discount, you actually still save money even with that. And you can cancel at any point without penalty. So you're not signing a contract, you're not locked into this thing, you are not committing your life away. So just know you can always end it if you want to. And then the challenge packs, right now they're actually all $20 off. And so they're usually $160. Right now they're $140. So it's a really great time to sign up. And here's why now is the best time to jump in with us. Number one, it's summer and people want to get in shape, and their winter is coming. Like, all the holiday waking is coming. So being able to really kind of start that now is huge. This program that is launching in July, on July 1st, guys, is going to be there is nothing out there like it on the market right now. It's 100 days of workout. The trainer is honestly like badass in the best way. I've worked out with her before. She's amazing. And it's set to a live DJ, which is really, really cool. You kind of have tempo-based music. The workout's only 20 to 30 minutes long. Like, this is really, really cool thing, but it's going to blow up. So honestly, for new coaches coming in, to be able to be a part of that launch, and it's going to be a really awesome program to start your business with, because you'll be able to kind of start your business at the same time as you're starting this program and share the transformation journey for those 100 days. And people are going to be watching you, and that's going to be really, really cool as well. So it's honestly kind of the perfect time. We have a whole bunch of products and releases in the pipeline that are going to be coming out this fall and winter. So again, being able to get ahead of that and just kind of start that is really exciting. And then honestly, as a team, like Kate mentioned, our team is going places. We are a top-ranked team. We hit a rank last year that only 90 other coaches out of 400,000 hit. So our team is the best, and we have some really big things coming. So we are going to, and you guys are invited to any of these things, honestly. We're going to Indianapolis in July for our big coach summit. So we have hotel rooms. Kate has a fun swag bag coming her way. Surprise, Kate. We got some fun stuff. We got cute tanks. So we're going to work out live with all the trainers, and it's just going to be a blast. Then in October, our leadership retreat, I'm treating our leaders to beachfront mansions in Destin, Florida. We get to spend a long weekend kind of pouring into one another. We have corporate flying in to give them some tips and tricks. We have just like relaxation sessions on the beach, photo shoots, like just pouring into them there. We have quarterly events where a lot of us will oftentimes kind of meet up in the regions that we're close to and get together with other coaches and work out live with trainers. And so there's lots of fun things, and you don't have to go to all these things. You don't. You can do whatever you want, but there's lots of opportunities to get connected. And this is a really fun time of year to dive in because it's only halfway through the year, so there's a lot of big stuff coming. And the sooner you do it, the sooner you'll start to have success. So I can get off my soapbox. I know we dumped a lot of info on you guys, but hopefully we answered some questions too. I know it's just Kyla and Alyssa on right now. Do you guys have any questions that we haven't covered yet? Feel free to unmute, and I'll just wait a second. And no, that's okay. Or Kate, do you have anything I forgot?
Hi.
Hey, Alyssa.
How are you?
Good. I'm so glad you jumped on.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry, I was just getting everybody set up for dinner here.
Yeah, no worries.
Everyone's kind of at the mad dash there. So I know you said you it's recorded also, so I missed about 15 minutes of the starting of it. So yeah, you said I'm already pretty much set up with all of what you just covered. So is there anything else that I would need to start?
I can't remember if you are signed up as a discount coach or not. That's the one thing that I'm not sure of. So we might need to switch over to being a coach. But okay. you already have, like, that's the beauty of when you're a customer, you already have everything you need. Like, it's just getting plugged into our team, getting you actually that as a coach, which I can help for you on.
Yeah, so if you wanted just to touch base with me tomorrow or something, then we can cover that too.
Yeah, and then I'll send you the recording. So basically it's just, and we'll plug you in, like Kate said, it's designed to be completed in 2 weeks, but you can take it at whatever speed you want, but we'll just get you plugged in. I like to get new coaches kind of started together, so we'll probably kick off our next new coach mentorship probably on the 24th on Monday, or maybe on the 1st. We'll see when people get started. We'll get you guys kicked off together, and we have a little like pod of new coaches in Facebook Messenger usually, or in another site where we can kind of work with you together, kind of get you in a little cohort, asking questions. You're at the same point in your businesses, so we really mentor you one-on-one there too, which makes it fun.
Great, thank you.
Anything else? Okay, well, I really appreciate you guys taking time tonight. We will definitely share this recording, and I hope that you just kind of think about stuff and pray about stuff. And if you have other questions, please feel free to reach out to Kate or myself. We will answer literally anything. There's not a question that's off limits. So feel free to shoot them our way, and we would love to have you on our team. And I hope that you do. So talk to you later, guys. Bye.
Bye, thank you.